Hello everyone, my name is Mr. S and this is Google Classroom 301 for teachers. This is our third video about Google Classroom, so we're getting a little bit more advanced here and we're going to move pretty quick. There's lots of information to cover, so we're going to get right after it. And here's our first little tip. Adding emoji to assignments and materials and more is not an advanced thing to do, but it's a cool way to help organize your assignments when students, especially younger students, are looking at them. You can do this, of course, on your tablet, on your iPhone, or on your iPad. You can also, add like exclamation points if the assignment's going to be graded. But what's cool is you can do this on your Macbook. It's easy. You just press Control, Command, and Spacebar at the same time, and you can do emojis on your MacBook. Sweet. Next up, icebreakers in the stream. We talked about leaving your assignments out of the stream just because it looks messy and crazy, but feel free to use your stream to put fun questions in there. It kind of brings kids to your class each day because they kind of want to see that like fun stuff, right? Next, Screencastify to intro your lessons or the week. So Screencastify is a free Chrome extension, and when you add it to your Chrome, so you have to use the Chrome browser, not Safari. When you add it to Chrome, you can pin this little button up there, and when you press it, you can just hit record and you can make a screen recording with video of you talking at the same time. You can do this with lots of other apps, but Screencastify just makes it really easy. You notice when I click on things, there's a red circle that pops up. I can also go down here to the tools and I can annotate stuff. I'm not actually drawing on the student document, I'm just making the video, right? So it's easy to save, it's easy to download when you're done. As long as your video is under 5 minutes, it's free to use. And then you could just add that on top of your week in your assignment list and really get kids started in the right way. Super cool. Screencastify. Next, feedback, faster, comment banks, speak to text, and the Mote extension. So this is all about grading, and this is all about leaving feedback. So when you're looking at student work, like I'm looking at Lulu's here, normally you would just go and leave a comment and just type out a comment and click comment, and that's it. Well, if you do the same comments a lot, right, you can add them to the comment bank. It's really easy. Just hit the three dots and add it. You can always go over and click on the comment bank and see what you have. I did two of the same one for some reason. You can add some there. A quick little hack not everybody knows, but when you're leaving a comment, if you press the pound sign or the hashtag, it pulls up all of your comment bank comments. So that's cool. Next, you might want to just talk your comments instead of typing so much. You can do that on a Mac just like you could on an iPad. Just go to System Preferences, go to Keyboard, go to Dictation, enable dictation, turn it on, press the button, and it says right here, you can change the shortcut, but it says press the function key twice. So if you go function, it will let you speak and just say like, bro, it's a blank, and it will write it. It will write it for you. That saves you a lot of time if you're someone who leaves a lot of comments like that, and it works pretty well. Next, Mote. Mote is another extension for Chrome, and when you use Mote, it allows you to leave audio comments on your students' work. So that means you get this little Mote button, and when you press it, it's recording your audio. You just talk and you say it, and it will leave that comment so the kids can hit play. This is super cool for young students. Really, this is super cool for any student. It's so much cooler to hear your teacher's voice in a comment than to have to read. So try it out. It's pretty awesome. One quick thing about the iPad though, if you're looking at Google Classroom in the iPad app, there is a pen button which allows you to draw on the assignment. So if your student turned in something, you can draw on it. And when you save this this new work with the comment, it actually saves it separate from the kid's actual work. See, like a PDF, so then they can go back and fix the problem. So that's pretty cool. Rubrics. Create and use rubrics. A lot of people use these. If you go to an assignment, and I'm going to edit this one, when you look down under all the grading stuff and all that, there's the plus rubric button. If you press it, you can reuse a rubric or you can create one. You have to title it and describe it. Write a short story. That's a horrible description. Anyways, you choose the points here, and you know, your level title, like excellent, leave a description, and then you just hit the plus and do your 3, your 2, your 1. You could add more criterion, and when you get done, it just puts it right there with the assignment. You gotta hit click save to make sure it sticks with it. And from the student view, if we went to look at the student view, when they look at the assignment, and they'll see that the rubric's there. So here I'm in Lulu's student account, and when she clicks on the assignment, there's the rubric, so she clicks on it, she can kind of see what she's up against. Back to the teacher, when I look at the assignment with the rubric, I can always touch it again to kind of see, remind myself, like when I'm grading, what the criteria were, and then I can just grade that way. And once I put my number in there, it'll actually factor out the number grade as well. So rubrics, it's pretty easy to use. You can reuse them too. So you make one and kind of a generic one. You can always copy and paste from your standards too if you already have rubrics made from other documents. Pretty handy, not bad. Good job, rubrics. Next, we move on to learning more from Google. So Google actually has a lot of resources, and we sometimes forget just to go to the source, go to Google. If you're just new at Google Classroom, they have stuff. But if you're more advanced, you can, in the education pages, you can find and learn about apps that work with Classroom. I've used lots of apps that work with Classroom, and what that means is that basically you make your classes with your students, and then you sign up for these other apps, and it just kind of imports all the kids, so they like automatically get the new app. A lot of them you have to pay for, but they're pretty cool. Classcraft, this is one that a lot of middle schools use. It's super fun and amazing. There's other extensions too you learn about, like Equagio. That's a really good one for math. And with all this tips and tricks, you guys are going to be set with Google Classroom 301. Make sure to help each other. All this stuff is on YouTube. And really, as you get more and more advanced with Google Classroom, it's not so much about what buttons you press. It's more about how you use Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Forms, Google Jamboard, Google Sites, Google everything, how you use that and how you get kids collaborating and interacting with your classroom. Good luck.